The Backrooms film is a big deal. It's a big deal because it proves that you don't need Hollywood's corporate interference to make a good film. It proves that all you actually need is creative people doing creative things. That's why you have all this excitement around Iron Lung, Obsession, and now the Backrooms movie. You know what all these films have in common? They are created by YouTubers, content creators. Now, it's not what this video is about. This video is actually a review of the film. It's my opinion. There are spoilers in this review. If you don't want it, peace out. I'm going to be doing a speed run of the plot. I want to make this review as simple as possible, guys. Let's get started. The story starts with Clark and Mary. Clark is a furniture retailer who owns his own store. He's been having trouble keeping the store running on top of his personal life, like divorce and substance abuse. He's been seeing a therapist for all this, whose name is Mary, who also has her own personal trauma. Clark's been kicked out of the house because of recent events and is living currently in the store. The store has been experiencing these electrical phenomenons, and Clark's gone to investigate said issue and accidentally finds the back rooms. He then thinks it's a good idea to go tell his therapist Mary that he found the back rooms. She naturally thinks he's crazy, and to be honest, her reactions make me question if she's chosen the right career path. Being that she has no emotional awareness and that she wears her own emotions on her sleeve, which Clark calls out more than once, she's probably not the best fit at helping other people with their problems. It's just a movie. Who cares? Clark investigates the back rooms more with the help of his two pothead employees, Bobby and Kat. This predictably goes bad. Bobby is killed by an entity and Kat gets lost chasing Bobby. Clark and Kat get separated because of this. Now we insert Mary, who hasn't seen Clark in a few weeks and has to go do a wellness check at a store. She finds lots of evidence that Clark's been up to something, and she herself finds the back rooms. She finds Clark, but Clark is a bad man now, turned crazy by the back rooms. Clark captures Mary and holds her hostage. Then, a giant copy of Clark shows up after a monologue, kills Clark, chases Mary through the back rooms, and she barely escapes giant Clark before she runs into Async. They question her about the back rooms, her thoughts and feelings about the whole situation. And then we have a final scene of her sitting in the back rooms with a distorted version of her previous self. Roll credits. So if you're a fan of the liminal space genre and the lore of the Backrooms, then you've probably seen all, if not all, of the Backrooms content on YouTube. Kane Pixel is obviously the guy that started the found footage content, but you have a lot of creators that make content on their version of the Backrooms, and it might surprise you, some of that content is pretty damn good. There are a lot of different versions of the Backrooms, but this movie to me is just an expansion on what Kane Pixels has already done. It's a continuation of the found footage content. I kind of already knew what to expect. I expected nothing more, but nothing less than what I watched at the movies. I was neither disappointed nor blown away, but what I watched met my expectations. Was the ending good? It wasn't bad. Maybe I would do things differently, but that's not to say that it would have worked any better than what Kane Pixels did. In fact, I think Kane Pixels' original content is better than what the movie did. That's probably because, at the time, it was a fresh idea. The found footage idea was actually brilliant, and the videos had a lot of success. It makes sense that we got a silver screen version of it. There was an obvious market for this movie. It made sense financially, and even if the movie was bad, it would have made a lot of money. People wanted to go see it. But it wasn't bad. The movie objectively was fine. It wasn't great, not an instant classic, but that's coming from someone who's been watching the Backrooms content for years. If this is your first experience exposed to the Backrooms, maybe you like this movie and it was great. What a great story. What a great narrative. The Backrooms is super interesting. For me, it's just meh. The ending was just not what I was looking for. It's what I expected, but not what I was wanting. A lot of the Backrooms guys on YouTube think that Kane Pixels can do no wrong and the movie was perfect. Good for you, even though I have a hard time believing that's actually how you feel and that your whole YouTube identity is sucking Kane Pixels' toes and promoting how good the movie was and how genuine Kane Pixels is and how the movie is so Kane Pixels. Great, that's wonderful, but I respectfully disagree. The movie just unfortunately falls flat on its face. But again, let me make it clear that I still enjoyed the film for the most part. I wasn't looking forward to the moment that the movie was over. I wasn't excited or eager to get out of there. Like, please let this movie end, if that makes sense. But when the credits started rolling, I wasn't patiently waiting in my seat, processing what I just watched, taking it all in as the credits rolled. I was like, cool, time to go. The movie really didn't make me think. I wasn't thinking about the movie on the way home. Besides the initial conversation once we got into the car about what I actually thought, my exact words were, it was all right. It's what I expected. The Backrooms was a movie I was genuinely excited about. Finally, after all the slop, something that actually makes me want to go to the movies in the first place. Obsession is also something I want to see real bad. I might just wait for that to come to streaming. Speaking of streaming, I think it's played a big part in why Hollywood struggles to release good movies nowadays. Hollywood's shift towards seemingly uninspired films is largely driven by a corporate reliance on intellectual property, algorithm-based decision-making, and risk aversion. Because major blockbusters are immensely expensive to produce, studios prioritize familiar sequels, reboots, and universal appeal over original, complex storytelling to guarantee a global box office return. They're IP obsessed. Studios prefer to bank on established franchises, like superhero reboots or remakes, because they come with a built-in audience, reducing the financial risk compared to a completely original script. It's winner-take-all economics. The industry relies heavily on a few massive, big-budget, tentpole films to subsidize everything else, to ensure these mega movies appeal to worldwide markets, such as international audiences. Studios often strip away the nuance, culturally specific dialogue in favor of universal visual spectacles. The death of mid-budget films. Decline of physical media like DVDs, the rapid shift to streaming has dried up the secondary revenue streams that once allowed studios to take creative risks. Now, I was able to articulate that whole thing because I Googled it, and it was AI's overview. Just want to make that clear that I didn't come up with all that smart mumbo jumbo. But it's the truth. It's what's actually hurting Hollywood, and there's plenty of videos that go into depth on this situation. This is why I think Odyssey is going to bomb. It's not even really the casting, even though obviously it has people super divided. And I'll be honest, I'm tired of seeing Matt Damon's face. Hollywood is throwing everything at the wall, hoping something sticks. The Odyssey is going to bomb because nobody asked for it. Some people might disagree, but that's fine. Show me the data. Show me the audience that's fiending for a live adaptation of The Odyssey with Matt Damon. The first trailer had me at hell no. Not even remotely interested. Not because The Odyssey isn't a good story, because it is, but it's because the trailer is absolute trash. Yeah, getting everyone to turn into the camera with intense expressions gets me super excited for a movie. Not. But maybe that's for a different video. Guys, that is going to do it for this one. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up for me. Talk shit down in the comments. Until the next one, I'm out of here.